No, you're good. Because together we are stronger. Individually we are stronger. I remember every single phone count. Hello, my friends. Welcome to On Point with Rachel Turgeman. I'm so glad you can join us tonight. My friends, do you ever find yourself visiting different banks in order to select the best fit for your financial banking needs? If so, go ahead and select SYNOVUS Bank. They are amazing. They have an amazing reputation. God bless them. Joining us tonight is somebody very, very important to our community and very important in the banking industry. His name is Mr. Armando Trabanco, Regional Retail Sales Manager for SYNOVUS. He has over 35 years of experience in the banking industry. He is amazing. Everybody loves him. He's admired among his peers, the dignitaries, elected officials, the public at large, for his unwavering commitment and dedication to our multicultural communities in improving their livelihood. Welcome, Armando. Welcome to On Point with Rachel Turgeman. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here once again with you and share some information that I think is going to be very good for the public and just answering some questions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Armando. Tonight, we want all of our viewers to get to know who is SYNOVUS Bank, why are they so fantastic, why are they so solid in the financial industry, and of course, to get to know you. How's that?
Sounds great.
Okay, so let's get more about you. Where were you born?
I was actually born here in Miami. I'm one of the original Miamians. Not too many of us that are actually born and raised and stayed here. But I was born here and I was raised here. I'm a local man that's been here since the early 60s and 70s and seen our community really grow and continue to thrive. So very excited to see the progress and really where we were and where we've come and where we are.
Absolutely. And later on during our interview, I want you to get into all of your community initiatives because you have left an indelible mark. And God bless you with another 120 years of life so that you can continue to make a difference in Miami-Dade County. Just want to make sure you promise us that you're not going to move anywhere else outside of Florida. Just stay here.
This is our home. We love it here. We've had the opportunity to make moves. And really, it always just comes back to where we're comfortable, where we understand the community. And it's a very diverse community that we love and really enjoy. So me and my family will be here.
Excellent. Good to hear that. Okay, so as you were growing up in Miami with your parents, so on and so forth, are there any teachable moments perhaps that you would like to share with our viewers with regards to you growing up that still resonate in your mind?
I'll tell you, it was a different Miami. My parents had just come from Cuba. And so we were just new immigrants to the country. And really, the teachable moment is you never quit. You never give up. You continue to fight and struggle. And knowing that there is, you can fulfill whatever destiny you set out for yourself with hard work, dedication, and commitment. So I think the teachable moment is it's not where you start, it's where you want to finish.
Wow, I love that. You should write a book, words of wisdom. And as the interview keeps on going on, I'm sure that our viewers are going to say to themselves, wow, this gentleman is a gem. Because you are. I mean, not only are you a guru in the banking industry, Armando, you have given so much of yourself and working very closely with SYNOVUS and truly making a difference, not for just one community, for all communities. And for that, Armando, I want to applaud you.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you. So you could have selected any other career, right? With over 35 years as a veteran in the banking industry, all your jobs have been major within the banking industry. What influenced you the most, would you say? What inspired you, Armando, to go into this field in the first place? Talk to us.
Well, I'll tell you, it's really, when you look at and you're idealistic as a young person and as you're looking for a career, you want a career where you can have an impact, where you're obviously going to give a good life to your family, but really one where you can touch people on a daily basis. And the question's always been asked of me, why is it that you continue to work in community banking? You can do different things. Why are you still there? And the reality is that I enjoy the contact with the public. I enjoy making a difference and really helping people solve, the most basic of problems, which is their day-to-day, living, how they grow their business, how they overcome obstacles, and about finding solutions. That's really what it's all about. So that's really what drives me, what has always driven me, and really what made me fall in love with this career.
That's beautiful. And for all the viewers that don't know you, some of them, a lot of people do know you, but some of them don't know you. I can vouch for that. I mean, I've been to several different chambers, and wherever I go, there is Armando Trabanco, trying to help somebody, not only with, loans and deposits, but really getting down to people's culture. Because apparently where you work, and also it's an innate with you, it's innate within you, you want to help people. So you work at the perfect place, SYNOVUS.
Absolutely.
You find yourself doing that.
It's really just a good mix. And if we can talk a little bit about SYNOVUS and how it is that it was established. It started in 1888 in Columbus, Georgia, and it all started out of an act of kindness. A mill owner had some employees, and one of them got the hem of their dress caught on one of the machines, and money spilled out on the factory floor. And so that owner saw that and pulled her aside and said, what is this? And she said, well, that's my family's money, and I basically keep it with me because I can't open a bank account. And so he told her, look, there's not an issue. I will hold the money for you. And so he started doing that. And when he did it for that one woman, he started doing it for the other associates. And here we are, over 100 years later. And that's really when you start with that type of foundation, when an organization starts with that type of foundation, you only build upon it, and it only gets better. And as long as those core values are never compromised, you grow, you're successful. And that's why we're here, and that's why we do what we do.
It's so interesting what you're saying. I mean, it's a fascinating story, and I'm sure our viewers love it. I mean, to think back in 1888, and you're kind of sewing the money in your hem, and you work in some mill company, and for that, I mean, I think his name was Jordan or something like that. I mean, for him to do that, to say, hey, I'm going to keep your money and I'm going to give you interest, and then he started doing it for everybody else. I mean, to me, that's remarkable, right, Armando?
Yeah, and that's really what it's about. It's finding, a solution for someone's problem, and it's no different than what we do today. We many times we assume, and with the internet, it's fantastic. But at the end of the day, you need someone that is going to sit, listen to you, understand where you are, what your goals are, and where it is, and what you need to do to get there. And that's really what we do. It's really about that personal contact. And really why we continue to grow. Internet banks a few years ago were all the rage. And I don't think there's many of them. They've been absorbed because they weren't able to continue to grow. At the end of the day, people want to do business with people. And so you've got to have that multifaceted portals that you can service your clients, whether it be on the phone, via the internet, in person, through branches or ATMs, which are very big today. But at the end of the day, when there is an issue, that individual is who you want to talk to. An 800 number where you've got to pick the thing. It's very convenient when you want to balance your checking account at 3 a.m.
Yes.
But when you have an issue, and this past few years, we saw it firsthand with the pandemic. And fortunately, we're getting through it now. But I was getting calls from many folks that banked with larger institutions that basically weren't participating in the PPP. They had closed down their branches. And although we were very conservative in that we only had clients in our offices by appointment only, or we serviced them through the drive-thrus, but we were there. We could answer.
But that was safe. At least you were keeping them safe.
Absolutely.
And you were keeping your staff safe too.
Absolutely. It was the prudent thing to do. But that is really where you saw the difference, where folks had to step back and say, wait a minute, it's great that I have this, this wonderful portal of electronic banking that I can do just about anything. But wait a minute, I need, I'm having a situation. My business has been closed at the beginning for 2-3 months. My money's running out. The government says there's these great programs out there, but I can't get anyone at my bank to answer my call. And by the way, I don't have an officer that I can pick up the phone and call. And so that's when they reached out, and when they really made that switch. And we're very proud of what we did as an organization during that time. And more importantly, how we were able to convert those inquiries into clients and loyal clients through today.
Amazing, amazing. So tell us, Armando, as the regional retail sales manager for SYNOVUS, what does your day look like? I mean, I just can't imagine, because I know everybody calls you, and when they see you, you have a line of people waiting to talk to you. I mean, to me, you're the celebrity. You're a banking guru, industry celebrity. God bless you, and SYNOVUS is very proud to have you on board.
Thank you, and I wish that I was a guru celebrity, but really, it's really about serving our associates. My day-to-day starts with really overseeing what's happening at all of the branches, and I oversee 11 offices in the Southeast Florida region. So that's Dade and a portion of Broward County. So I start my day seeing what our staffing looks like, what our scheduling looks like, making sure that all of our doors are open at the time they're supposed to be open, making sure that if someone is out, if someone is sick, that we get coverage for them. And then we go through to see what type of issues our clients are having and addressing any issues they have. Something else that we do is, many times we overlook those that are doing very well. So we want to make sure that we're going out and being proactive with those clients that are doing well to make sure that they know that they have an opportunity to meet with us. We have a lot of different products and services that can really enhance, their cash flow. Because at the end of the day, it's businesses is converting a product or a service for cash and making sure that they can do it as quick as possible, making sure that they have access to capital. So our cash management on the personal side, we want to make sure that they're properly positioning themselves and their teams for the future. Are they investing money? Do they have a 401k set up? Maybe they were with a company for many years, they retired, and they have this 401k that they don't know what to do. So we want to make sure that we redirect them properly. We want to make sure that with Private Wealth, our very close partners of Private Wealth, that we can position those business owners, those C-suite individuals, because the reality is that the one thing these individuals, and everybody thinks, this guy's a CEO, he's got all the time in the world. The reality is that he doesn't. Reality is that he probably has less time than his associates, because he's hustling all day long. He doesn't have a chance to take a breather and really think through that process. So that's what our teams do. They'll go in and they'll sit with you and see what you have saved, what assets you have, how you should allocate those assets to make sure that your heirs have a minimal tax rate when that time comes that those assets are transferred. So it's very complex, but we want to make sure that we cover all of those bases, in addition to making sure that the employees are well taken care of. Important. Making sure that their direct deposit is going into their account on a timely basis, offering them products and services, everything from mortgages to HELOCs, to facilitate and help them live better and grow. So our goal is really to make sure that we're making folks' lives better, for lack of a.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Well, it's no secret that SYNOVUS ranked #1 in Fortune's 100's best companies to work for in America. Congratulations. That is truly amazing. As a regional retail sales manager for SYNOVUS, in your opinion, Armando, what makes it such a great place to work for? I mean, to rank #1 in Fortune 100's best companies, that doesn't happen every day. Tell us.
Once again, and it goes right back to what we started talking about, earlier. It's really about the foundation. How was that company initiated? What are their core values? What do they make sure that every associate understands? So when we talk about diversity and inclusion, which is really a sexy concept these days, SYNOVUS is
very important.
Very important, but it's a hot topic, and it's something that is old news to us. We've been doing that from before. Inclusion and diversity is just a way that we do business and how we treat our associates. So we value all of them, regardless of their background, sexual orientation, or anything else. We want to make sure that when they come to work, they feel that warmth and that acceptance, because that's how we grow and that's how we continue to expand. So when we talk about that ranking, which is very important, I don't do that. That comes right from our C-suite to our head of our community banking to our Florida president, and obviously I filter it out, but it takes a team, and it's really everyone's commitment to making sure that we're doing things right, making sure that we treat all of our associates with dignity and respect, and make sure that they and their families are covered, and really have a career path. We want to make sure that if they want to better themselves, we're going to have tuition reimbursement for them. We want to make sure that they can educate themselves. If they want to grow in the company, we want to make sure that we have career pathing in place for those associates so that they know what their next steps are, what they need to do to get there, and help them along the way. And I'm very big on that. And it's not that I'm a nice guy, it's that it was done for me. I had folks that took an interest in me, helped me out, told me, look, this is what you need. These are your strengths. These are your weaknesses. These are where you need to focus. And so that's what we do across the board. And I'm blessed to work for an organization that shares those values. So
absolutely. You're a perfect fit. You're a perfect fit for SYNOVUS.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. In 2017, SYNOVUS ranked as the most reputable bank in the United States. So, I mean, you have over 20 awards, whether it's small business banking, middle market banking, over 20 awards that SYNOVUS has been ranked as #1. So, we want to congratulate you and your amazing team for doing this. Let's take a short break. I want to say hello to all my VIP advertisers. Thank them for making the show possible. We begin with the Jose Milton Foundation. Thank you, Ana Vega Milton, President and CEO, for all the altruistic work you do. Thank you for building the new Jose Milton Memorial Hospital, Jackson Memorial Hospital West, for your amazing work with the Red Cross, scholarships for our youth, and the list goes on. Jackson Health Foundation. A big shout out to co-president Charmaine Gatlin Flavelliso and their stellar team for doing an outstanding job in raising funds for the best hospital throughout our nation, Jackson Health System, making miracles every day. Also, big shout out to Carlos Bigoya, the president and CEO of Jackson Health System. Catholic Hospice and Catholic Palliative Care Services. A big shout out to Executive Director Diane Backoff, Medical Director Dr. Tracy Robanello, and Jessica Joseph, Manager of Philanthropy and Public Relations, and their awesome team. Thank you for preserving comfort and dignity for people that are very ill and their family members. SYNOVUS, a big shout out to Armando Trabanco in our studios today, Regional Retail Manager for Southeast Florida. In business for more than 130 years, SYNOVUS is a financial services company that came from humble beginnings in Georgia. Today, SYNOVUS Bank is committed to supporting our communities in over 300 locations across the Southeast, including our South Florida footprint. SYNOVUS is here for you to safely meet your banking, lending, and investing needs. Hashtag the Bank of Here. For more information about SYNOVUS products, services, and locations, please visit www.synovus.com. United Home Care. A big shout out to Carlos Martinez, President and CEO. Another big shout out to Alina Palenzuela, Blanca Ceballos, and the rest of their stellar team. Thank you for keeping our older adults home with excellent healthcare services, because there's no place like home. Frida Akasan Arzadan, our Asian American healthcare hero, invites other multicultural healthcare heroes to promote unity, understanding, respect, and tolerance among all. Marie Torreson, CPA, business owners. She will grow your business exponentially with a 360-degree view of your financial and operational performance. Call and make an appointment. Jewish University System. A big shout out to founder Dr. Jorge Alfonso and Lucy Alfonso, president and CEO. Now you can earn your doctoral degree in education or psychology with religious modifiers. Contact Jewish University System. Global Ovid Day Seminary and University, known as GodZoo, empowering entrepreneurs to become financially independent to transcend into generational prosperity. Also earn your chaplaincy or cybersecurity certification. Contact GodZoo. Meet Alyssa Billier, your corporate and personal psychologist and psychotherapist, to solve your business and personal hurdles. Give her a call and effectuate positive change. New Haiti Enterprises, investors, join New Haiti Enterprises to reconstruct a New Haiti for a better present and future. A win-win scenario all around. Contact New Haiti Enterprises and make an indelible difference. Metro Mommy Agency for all of your pregnancy support before, during, and after. Call Metro Mommy Agency. They provide childbirth education, labor support, doulas, breastfeeding support, night nurses, and the list goes on. With Metro Mommy Agency, you can birth better and begin parenting with confidence. Light of the World Clinic, thank you, Elaine Maselli Vasquez, brainchild of Light in the World Clinic, for providing free healthcare services to economically disadvantaged families in Broward County, Florida. Again, a special thank you to all of our VIP advertisers. All of your services are beyond magnificent. Thank you. So, Armando, getting back to your bank, it's no secret nowadays that SYNOVUS is doing an amazing job when it comes to corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is giving back to our community. On that note, Armando, SYNOVUS has nothing to worry about because SYNOVUS ranks #1 in giving back to our community. So again, congratulations for that as well.
Thank
What
you.
are some of the initiatives, Armando, that you would like to let our viewers know when it comes to corporate social responsibility?
Well, I'll tell you, we have an initiative called Here Matters Community Outreach, and basically it has 3 pillars. You've got education, needs-based opportunities, and health and wellness. So what we want to make sure that we are doing is being good corporate citizens, and really, not just writing a check, which is very important. Money is very important. Those donations really go a long way. But what's more important is actually being there and being a participant in those processes. So, we encourage our associates to get involved. I think it's important that, you not only, reap profits from that community, but that you reinvest those profits to really grow those communities. So after the pandemic, and I'm just going to give you a couple of examples that I think were very unique, something very different. But when schools are going to be reopening, the elementary schools, the school board asked parents to please provide bottled water for the students. And that sounds very simple. Bring, your juice, bring your water, bring those things. But not everyone can afford that. And believe it or not, there's a huge amount of poverty in our inner cities. So we wanted to make sure that we provided those inner city schools with water. So we donated, I can tell you, we carried more water than you can shake a stick at.
Wow, that's marvelous.
And it was funny because one of my managers said, you don't have to do this. And I said, you know what? If I don't go with you guys and actually carry it, you guys aren't going to think that I think it's important. So by being out there with them, it's critical. You got to lead by example. So we did that for them during Mother's Day, and I know you're very familiar with Centro Mater. Yes. There was a food donation, and you had 300 families that needed food, and we got a bunch of sponsors, and of course the South Florida Hispanic Chamber participated and actually organized everything. And so we went out there and we delivered food baskets for all of the mothers to make sure that they had a good Mother's Day. So it's really about taking it a step further. Now, our real passion is really financial education. And financial education to us is really the level playing field that we start for people at a young age. And we start doing it in elementary school. We have a program set up for middle school and for high schoolers and adults. And so the importance is really, allowing them to understand how the financial services system works, helping them understand that you've got to save, helping them understand that you've got to maintain and balance your checkbook. Things as simple as that, that we assume everybody knows is very critical.
As you talk about that, Armando, I start thinking, anybody can eat because we're hungry, right? But you have to teach us how to fish. Correct. And that's what I love about your bank, SYNOVUS. And you at the helm as the regional retail sales manager, along with your team, Selena, and everybody else, to teach them about financial literacy, now you're making a difference. I know that you have a quote. What is your quote that I always hear you say whenever I see you at the different chamber meetings about building communities by building your bank? Talk to us about your quote.
Well, it's really something that I say a lot because it's something that's been embedded in me from a very young age as a young banker. And if you're going to build your bank, you've got to build your community. So we build our community to build our bank. And that's really how we can be profitable and successful, is really bringing people up. We get nothing by tearing folks down. On the contrary, we want them to be successful. Our goal is to make sure that all of those around us are a little better when we leave them. And so the financial literacy piece, credit can be very simple and it can be very complex, but it can be very detrimental if you don't handle it properly. And so we want to make sure that when they, at a very early age, understand the importance of credit, of repaying debt, of protecting their credit scores, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to allow them to purchase a car, to purchase a house, to really get along and grow as human beings, and provide for their families as they get older. So it's really laying that groundwork. And like I said, it's something that we as an organization are very committed to making sure that we are being good corporate citizens, putting ourselves out there and giving a hand up to help those less fortunate and those that really just need some guidance. At the end of the day, you talk to some folks, and after you speak with them a little bit, you understand that you really didn't do anything. You just asked some questions that were thought-provoking, and all of a sudden they had that aha moment and put them in that different level. So that's really what we want to do on a daily basis. And more importantly, when we hold our financial literacy seminars that we do, across the county and really across the state and throughout our footprint. It's something that the company is committed to and that we are very proactive with.
I love it. And I know you guys are also heavily involved with affordable housing, with job training, and you mentioned water and food and toiletries. It's amazing. It's amazing. And, years ago, we thought about banks that, all they want is your deposits and, loans. But SYNOVUS has really set the standards for a 5-star bank, SYNOVUS, caring about our community, the corporate culture. And it has to start from your president and CEO. It trickles down to you, but you already have that innate love for our multicultural communities. And I'm not trying to brag about you. I've seen you in action, Armando. For all our viewers, I want you to know that I know Armando personally. I have seen him, whether they're chamber meetings, and believe me, he goes to many of them, galas, wherever he's at, he's busy talking to people, not about their loans or what do they need, but are you okay? Do we need to help you? What are your needs? And to me, Armando, you signify what every bank throughout our nation should be. Yes, we have the deposits, we have the loans, how you can help us, but that corporate love, that heart, that amazing, huge heart that your corporate culture involves and embraces, that truly is amazing, Armando. And I want to thank you because you're the regional retail sales manager, and that philosophy with your 11 branches that you oversee across the Southeast really reflects upon you and your persona. God bless you for real. Amazing. Now, what would you say, a message that you would like to give all our viewers with tonight? We talked a lot about corporate culture, about your products and services, which are amazing. You deal with mortgages, retail, private health, and private wealth, investments, so on and so forth. Knowing that you're going to have thousands of people watch you either now or later on as the week goes on, what could you say to them for them to start banking at SYNOVUS?
I think it's important that they understand their why. Why is it that they're banking where they are? And at the end of the day, really look at what it is. You're looking for convenience, we can do it. You're looking for complex financial products, we have them. You're looking for loans, whatever type you have, we have them. The difference is you're going to have an assigned person that lives, works, and plays in your community, someone that you're going to have contact with, not someone sitting 3,000-4,000 miles away making a local decision. When we look at what we as a community have gone through in the last few weeks, and I think it's important that we talk about it, at least acknowledge it. We've had a huge loss, the Surfside condo collapse. Our hearts and prayers go out to all of those families and everybody that you talk to. They know someone or a relative that was in that condo tower. It's important that we acknowledge that. The protests that are going on today with our brothers in Cuba and everything that's going on in that drive to change for freedom is what they want. We've got to acknowledge that. Our Haitians brothers and sisters that have just gone through the assassination of their president, and of course our Venezuelan brothers and sisters that are going through such crisis. And just this week, Juan Guaido they're trying to arrest him It's been just chaotic. So it's important that we are a part of those communities, acknowledge the situations that each and every one of them are going through, understand, empathize, and be able to help them through it, and make them feel that comfort level that they're not talking with someone that has no clue what's going on in their world.
Absolutely. And what's best to hear is that you, as a regional retail sales manager for SYNOVUS, you have such a big heart for our community, and all the entities that are watching you, and all the people, all the dignitaries, and everybody that's watching you. They realize that SYNOVUS, aside from your philosophy and what God has given you innate, which lots of love for our multicultural communities, SYNOVUS has a corporate culture of love, giving back. So I join you also, Armando, with your sentiment for what has happened here in Surfside. I don't know if you know, but I live in Surfside, and ironically, I used to live in the Champlain North Towers for a while, and so this is really, really horrible. Our hearts, as you say, go out to all the families and residents and all the first responders that are doing such a wonderful job. Of course, our mayor, Daniela Levine Cava, which we love very, very much, and everything else that you have mentioned. May God protect us. The president that was assassinated, tortured, that's horrible. That's not having a conscience, what has happened. So again, SYNOVUS has a heart, and we love you at the helm as the regional retail sales manager, Armando Trabanco, who, again, short of being redundant, I see you everywhere I go, always trying to help people. Well, Armando, unfortunately, that time is running out. I want to congratulate you again for doing a great job, for doing a ginormous job, ginormous work in the community to trying to improve the livelihood of our multicultural communities. Without a doubt, SYNOVUS is the bank of here. Is there a last minute message that you would like to leave our viewers with?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank you for having me on again. And I want to thank, all of our clients, all of our associates that work so hard to provide the quality service that our clients and our community deserve. So thank you so much for having us. And once again, reach out to us, synovus.com, or you can reach us at 1-888-SYNOVUS. We're here for you. We want to be that financial partner that you're looking for. Thank you again.
Thank you, Armando. Keep up the fabulous work, and we'll invite you back to On Point with Rachel Turgeman. We love you.
Thank you.
And to all our viewers, thank you so much for joining us on Point with Rachel Turgeman. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, On Point with Rachel Turgeman. We're in over 12 podcasts, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the list is endless. Keeping informed and staying connected allows all of us to make the right decisions. Contact SYNOVUS Bank. God bless you all. Stay healthy and safe. Bye-bye for now. No, you're good.